Hey, hey, what is going on, Hustle Buddies? Welcome back to another series from our 15 days of sourcing. I'm coming on every single day for 2 weeks, and we're going to do some sourcing. And every day I'm going to challenge myself to do it slightly differently. Maybe use different tools, come at it as from a different angle, because I mean, there's just so many different ways to source, and I want to give you guys a taste of a bunch of different ways. Now, all of this is leading up to our Q4 sourcing camp. We are putting on a Q4 sourcing camp here at the beginning of September. It starts on September 6th. We're bringing in, I think I'm up to 22 camp counselors, and the camp counselors are basically 6, 7, and 8-figure sellers who are actively selling, who don't mind taking you guys along for the journey. We're going to be sourcing with them. They're going to take us through how they source, where they source, their different styles or methods, because everyone has their own nuances. There's no one way to do it. There's not even one best way. I mean, there's a million ways to make $1 million. So all of this is leading up to that. And I'm going live here with you guys here every single day. Some days it'll be a live, some days it'll be a text post. Today you get live Nate. All right. Okay. Today, let me share my screen here. Today I wanted to show you guys. It's kind of a combination. There's not necessarily like a word for this method, but it's thinking about what are other sellers doing and how can I do what they're not doing? Okay, so sharing my screen here. Kohl's here. Kohl's just had a phenomenal sale. They had, like, you could stack the Kohl's cash with the coupons. They had crazy, like, back to school stuff. Most of that is over. So all of the people who have been shopping at Kohl's have probably stopped now that we're in the middle of the week and their big sales are off. They've probably stopped sourcing at Kohl's and they've moved on to other websites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Kohl's and I'm going to look for the things where coupons don't matter, where Kohl's cash wouldn't matter. I'm going to look for other sales that are going on. So specifically to Kohl's, that means we're going to look in beauty. We're going to look at their Sephora stuff. We've sold a ton of Sephora stuff in the past, and I know that they have some good Sephora sales going on. All right. So we clicked on Sephora. We'll click on sales. We'll see what they've got. All right. Let me make sure my screen is being shared here. Yep. Perfect. And if you guys have questions while we're going, feel free, put them in chat, whether you have questions about sourcing camp, questions about whatever I'm doing, general issues that you're having with your Amazon business. I'm here to help. You've got me for about the next 30 minutes. Okay. All right, so I see some pretty solid sales right here. This is half off. This is half off. This is even more. That's like 75% off. I'm going to look for this, okay? It looks like there are 2 different colors for sale. Let's click on this. And we're going to see what kind of sale we've got going on. Okay. So we've got mocha latte and morning sunrise. Now there's, again, lots of different ways that you could try to find these products on Amazon. I'm going to show you guys something where it's free for you. Okay, this is the free way. This is the manual way. We're just going to go to Amazon.com and we're going to manually look these things up. So let's take this. All right, and our colors are mocha latte and morning sunrise. You guys can help me remember that. All right, mocha latte. All right, completely free, no tools have been used here. There we go. All right, that looks like a match. Mocha latte, and it's about $9. Okay, definitely interesting. So we're gonna click on this. And let's see. All right, so it's selling for $9.48 right now. There's just a couple reviews. Let me check the Keepa charts. It's not flying off the shelf, but it's definitely selling. Especially at this lower price point. When it's up there at the $11.50, it didn't seem to sell quite as good. But when it's down lower, like when it's down there at about the $10 mark, it looks like it actually sold pretty well back here. A sale about every day, roughly. But it has been a couple days since we've gotten a sale, but that doesn't really scare me off here. I wouldn't go deep on this by any means, but I would probably be buying a couple if it's profitable. So first we checked, is it selling? Yes, it's selling. Not super fast, but it's definitely selling. Next, we want to check if it's profitable. Our buy cost is $3.50. All right, you could use Ace and Zen, but here, let me actually continue on with this like no tool or free tool sort of angle, because this is a paid tool. That's Ace and Zen. I'm going to use Nepeto, Their Chrome calculator for Nepeto is 100% free. If you need a link for that, let me know. I can share a link. And they will, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Here, let's try this again. All right, our cost was $350. Okay, so if our buy cost is $350 and we're selling it for $948, we are going to make 83% profit. I think you guys can see that. Here, I'll scroll it up so my face isn't blocking it. 83% profit, or just under $3. Pretty solid. That's a solid base hit. I would definitely be buying a couple of these. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's check to see if we can find Morning Sunrise. All right, so I'm just going to take this. Morning Sunrise. We'll see if we can find that one. Sometimes you strike out. Sometimes it's not profitable. Sometimes it's great. All right, this is Morning Sunrise. It's $7.75. So it's a fair bit cheaper than the other one. I'm not sure if it's going to be as profitable, but we will run the numbers for you guys. All right, so I'm going to open up, again, this is Nepeto, the free scanning app. I'm trying to come at this from like a no tool or a free tool angle, because I understand not everyone has this big old budget to spend a bunch of money on a bunch of different tools. Sometimes you got to go the free route, and that's A-okay. All right, so even actually here, you're making a little bit of money. So is it profitable? Slightly. You're making $1.30 or 38% ROI. I don't usually love to sell stuff that's $1 of profit, unless either I'm already going to the store and it's sort of like a stocking stuffer. It's like, well, I'm already there. I might as well just grab a couple of these. So if I need that, or maybe I need to, like some websites will have a minimum order threshold in order to get free shipping. So it's like, I've got $48 in my cart. I need over 50 to get free shipping. Let me add one of these. That could be a situation. Or if it's just stupid easy to prep. Like if I can get 100 of these and it takes me like 5 minutes to prep 100 and I just send it in and forget about it, sure, that's fine. It's not selling super fast. It's, yeah, very rarely selling and pretty low profit. So I would probably pass on that one. But yeah, so there's two. I like this this mocha latte one. You guys are welcome to buy. I wouldn't get many of them, especially if you're getting it from a video. So if you do order, I would order like one or two, but definitely something that you could flip right now is that mocha. Let's see if we can find one more thing for you guys. So we're trying to do this manually with minimal tools. If you're just joining us, I picked Kohl's randomly. I wanted to look for a store where their sales just ended, and so other people aren't necessarily looking at the website. Kohl's just had a ton of sales this past weekend that were phenomenal. I hope you guys hit Kohl's over this past weekend. But the thing that happens is after a sale like that, sellers stop looking at Kohl's. Like, oh, well, I just bought all the stuff that I wanted, so I'm no longer going to look at Kohl's. So we're going back to Kohl's. We're going to the places where we think other people have left, and we're looking for the stuff that they might have passed up. All right, let's try this lipstick. And actually, I want to show you a slightly different way. If we've got a ton of different colors here that are all $7.50. Okay, yeah. So we've got a ton of different colors. We'll do the original way first. So let's just pull up this name and we'll see what pops in. Our buy cost is $7.50. So I'm looking for stuff where it's priced probably about $15 or higher, just as sort of my rough mental estimation here. Yeah, like this one is $16. That might be worth looking at. These that are $13, this one's at $14, but it sold 100 in the past month. So that's a maybe. 14, 14, 14, 14. Lots of 14s. And that's mostly what I'm finding here. 14s, 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 13. Here's a 15 again. And there's a 15. So a couple could definitely be decent. Whoa, some of the 18, 21. Let's see if we can find some of these. Are these actually selling? Estimated sales, 14.8. Interesting. Let's see if we find this Flaming Flamingo. Oh, that's going to be impossible. That's yeah, we'd have to do a slightly different search to find it, to sort of reverse search, just because they don't show us the colors until we actually click on it. And I don't want to sit here on a video clicking through a bunch of colors with you guys. If I was doing this manually, yeah, definitely go through those. All right, so yeah, there's definitely some possibilities there. Another way that we could come at this, I'm going to show you a cool trick. We're going to go to Keepa. Keepa is by far, by a landslide, like I'm not Keepa doesn't pay me to say this. They will buy me roughly 1 cup of coffee anytime someone signs up for this. Like one single cup. It's not even like a reoccurring thing. So if you want Keepa to buy me a cup of coffee, use my Keepa link. But it is by far the most used tool by arbitrage sellers. Like no contest. Nothing else even comes close. There is nothing that competes with it. There is no competition. Some people are like, oh, do I really have to have Keepa if I have XYZ? And the answer is yes, because there's nothing that competes with it. There's no other tool that does what Keepa does. There are some tools that say it, and any tool that says they do what Keepa does and says that they're a replacement, they are crap. don't buy it. All right, so what we're going to do in Keepa, we're going to go to the Keepa Product Finder. Some people will call this KPF if you are reading about this in our feed. All right, so I'm going to pop in here. And we're going to scroll down to the brand. We're going to put Sephora. Okay. And then for our title, let's do lip stain. Probably just lip stain. Let's see how many products. All right, 133 products. That is a manageable chunk, so we're going to just leave it at that. And let's check out what we find here. All right, so from this window, this was similar to the last one on Amazon, but it's just much more organized. And Keepa is such a basic tool, like it's not even, I still would say that sourcing using Keepa is manually sourcing because it's just such a basic tool that everyone has to have. All right, so let's organize this. How about by current buy box? And then, so we'll go top down to see the most expensive stuff. Most of these top ones are probably out of stock or the rank is horrible. But if we can find some where there's a little bit of crossover, like maybe this Candy Love, that would be one to look up. Here, I'm going to open a couple windows here. So I'm just clicking that little A button to open the window. So we're going to look up Candy Love because I like the sales rank of 171 and I like the price at $26. All right, scrolling down here. I like this one as well. Sales rank of 35, Strawberry Kissed, and it's selling for 21. So let's open this window. Let's try to find one more for you guys. Something that's selling well. Bohemian Purple for 18. I like it. Okay. All right. Now, we've got 3 colors that we can specifically look for. Let's see what Kohl's has. So you could go through this list if you like, depending on how you want to do this. If you can find like Bohemian Purple here. Let's see. Was Sunrise Pink one of them? What are our colors again? Strawberry Kissed, Bohemian Purple, and Candy Love. All right, Strawberry Kissed. There we go. There's one of them from our list. This is $7.50. Here it is. Okay. All right, let's put this into our calculator and see what pulls up. All right, 7.5. We are looking at, almost $8 of profit, a little bit over 100% ROI. Boom, slam dunk. And this is selling a ton. Yeah, this is flying off the shelf. This is estimating 300. I think that estimation is probably a little bit high. Also, oftentimes these estimations and things are going to be based off of, same with the ratings, it's going to be based off of all of the different variations. So this variation might not be selling quite as good. You can always go through and check if you really want to get nitpicky here. Yes, let's see, always red. Some of these are selling really, really well, but they're a little bit on the cheaper side. What we could do, here's our Strawberry Kissed right there. What we can do is we can look up the number of reviews and the new offer count and try to extrapolate some popularity. So this has 36 reviews. I'd say that's decently popular. How much is it selling? We don't know exactly how much. I think it's probably less than 50 times per month, but definitely a couple, and there's not a ton of competition. So this would be one that I would pick up a handful of, add it to my cart, and keep on going. So let's say you get 5 of those. All right, whatever. Let's see. 5 times 7.94. All right, so we just made $39 of profit. in very little time at all. Add that to this purple one. I'm not going to pull these up. I'll let this be for you guys to look up. I like to leave a little bit of like I'll start the rabbit trail, but then I'll let you guys run with it. So look for this purple one as well, this Bohemian purple, and look for Candy Love. Those all looked decent. Yeah, it's not flying off the shelf, but it's definitely selling. I would definitely pick up a few of these. The purple one is in the same listing as that red one. So this one should be selling pretty well. Yeah, overall, I like them both. And if you're getting them for $7.50, and that's not even accounting for some of the extra rewards. So you get like they do not regular Kohl's Cash, but they used to call it Yes to You rewards. So you get 5% there, and then you get some other stuff like the Sephora points as well for that. So yeah, all in all, I like those. Let's see, stop sharing this. Yeah, I like all of those. If you guys have any questions or issues about what I just did, or you want me to look at something else, I'm happy to help. I've got about 10 more minutes before I've got to run. Yeah, again, we've got sourcing camp. So I'm going to be jumping on every single night. We're doing 15 days of sourcing. This is night, I believe, number 4. So 15 days of sourcing, night number 4. Every day I'm coming on for free to show you guys a different way of sourcing. And this is all leading up to sourcing camp. We've got a QR code up there if you're interested in grabbing a ticket to sourcing camp. It is starting up. It's a 10-day event. It's starting on September 6th. It will also be recorded. So if you can't make all of the live sessions, that's okay. Every year there's people who can't make all the live sessions, and that is completely fine. We've got backups for you guys to watch. So yeah, check that out if you're interested. Let me know if you have any questions about it, any issues with sourcing, anything you want me to look at. I am happy to help. Let me see if I've got any questions yet over here. All right. Nothing from the YouTubes. Nothing from the Instagrammers. Nothing from the Facebook people. All right, I'll give this a couple more seconds. That might be it, folks. We might be done sourcing for tonight, and I'll just pop back on tomorrow and do some more sourcing. If there's a way or like a style or method or something of sourcing that you want to see done more of, or you're like, man, I just don't understand how people are doing XYZ, or maybe you're doing something and like, oh, I really want to see how Nate would come at this. Okay, let me know in the chat, in the comments. I don't have these sourcing nights like planned or scheduled in any way. So if there's something you want me to use or a method you want to see me dive into tomorrow or later this week, let me know in the comments, and I am happy to help however I can. All right. Even if you're watching this replay later on, feel free to drop it down in the comments. Yeah, I think a lot of people are eating dinner right now, or maybe they're hanging out with the kids, or maybe they're playing pickleball like what I'm about to do here in about 20 minutes. All right. All right, folks, that's all I've got. I don't see any questions here. So I will see you guys tomorrow for the next sourcing session here in all of the different groups. We post these on our Facebook, on our Instagram, on our YouTube.